I'm Snake Plissken, Kurt Russell. I've proved to audiences that I'm more than just a goofy kid from Disney movies. Well, I'm Big Trouble in Little China, Kurt Russell, and I reminded folks that I have brilliant comedic timing. Big Trouble in Little China was a box office bomb. Well, it developed a massive cult following as one of the best genre mashup movies ever. I am clearly the superior Kurt Russell. You are not either, partner. Guys, can we just agree that John Carpenter did really well for both of your careers? Oh yeah, I like John. Oh yeah, John's the tops. You know what I think the internet would love? I think they'd love to see Kurt Russell make out with Kurt Russell. Are you cool with that? Oh yeah, I'm totally cool with that. I've always kind of wanted to make out with myself. What about you, Jack Bird and Kurt Russell? Well, I believe sexuality is a broad spectrum and there's room for all forms of physical affection on it. Alright, well cool, let's make this happen. Yeah, let's do it, I'm down. Sounds like a good idea to me. I'm sorry about stubble, I didn't shave this morning. Oh, that's okay. Cut myself shaving there. Sometimes I think I only shave because I have to do these videos. Welcome to What Are You Working On, everybody? It's our third episode, and it's very late this week because of what I'm working on. So thematically, it's consistent with the point of the show. So very cool. I actually finished something that I hadn't been talking to y'all about in the past week. I finished a brand new pilot script for a television series idea that I've had for many years, that I've wanted to do for many years. Actually, a big lesson to be learned. This idea for this show and this pilot script, I had this idea like 9 years ago, and I was working with this really shady manager guy at the time who completely used me and abused my trust. And that's a whole other story, but I pitched him this idea that I had based on this news article, and he hated it because it had Mexican protagonists, and he's like, we can't sell that. And I was like, well, what? Like scrambling to try to sell it. I'm like, well, what if we make it, a half white protagonist? And he's like, well, then you've got a white savior type, and that's not good either. So point being, he talked me out of pursuing the idea, even though I really liked it. So about a year ago, I was talking to a friend of mine who's actually a very prominent, successful director type. Not going to name drop because I'm not crass like that. Keep it classy, people. Anyway, this friend of mine, we were trying to figure out a project, like a television project that we could develop and pitch together because we like each other and we should work together. And in trying to come up with something, her big thing, and this is good advice in and of itself, is her whole thing is we need to know and be able to tell people, like people we're trying to get money from to make this thing, we need to be able to tell them why we are the people to tell this story. That's a big thing with her, and a lesson I actually really learned. And in kind of processing that and taking that in, I remembered this idea that I'd had based on this news article I'd read like almost a decade ago that I never wrote because this asshole manager talked me out of it. And I had a lot of personal stuff tied up in that idea. I don't want to go into too much about what it's about right now, but it relates to past experiences I've had and the kind of family that I grew up in. It was a very personal idea that I was connected to, so I pitched that to her, and she really liked it, and she was like, you should write that script, and then we can see what we can do with it. So for about a year off and on, I've been working on it, but I was distracted by other things, books I had to write, and marketing jobs I had to do, and just life. But in the last week, just randomly, I got it together to finish the first draft of this pilot script, and I really like how it came out. So I sent it to her to read, and I'm waiting to hear back on that. I've also sent it to a few other people because I figure, top tier goal when you write something like this is obviously to sell it and get it made. That's what you want to do, and I want to pursue that. But short of that, a big goal that I had this year for myself professionally was I have great representation for my books and my novels and my fiction, my literary fiction, but I don't really have any management out here in LA for my screenwriting pursuits, and I wanted to get a new manager who was not a shady asshole and get some representation that'll actually really help me in my pursuits with screenwriting out here. So hopefully this pilot script is something I can use to pursue that as well. Even if we're not able to make it happen as a project on its own, you always got to have a backup plan, especially in this industry. So that's really exciting. I'm really excited about that. We'll see where it goes. You know, it may go nowhere, but I'm really happy that I got it out and I wrote it. And the lesson here is write what you want. Don't let other people tell you what to write. If you're passionate about it, you're feeling it, you think it'll make an amazing story in whatever medium you're writing in, be it, you know, novel, screenplay, whatever. Write what you want to write. Don't let people tell you no. Work on the novel continues on Savage Bounty, the second book in my new epic fantasy trilogy. First draft of which is due in like a month and a week. I've got left to do this, and I feel horribly behind on it. But I'm pressing ahead, and I'm jamming hard on it. And I'm really going to try to... Jamming hard on it. That sounded wrong. But I'm working on it. It's proceeding every day. I'm trying to knock off a chapter every day. I need to probably do a little better than that at this point, but it's proceeding, and we're going to get there. So those are my two big things. That's what I've got going on. I want to hear what you've got going on. What are you working on? That's the point of this show. If you're new to this weekly series that I do, I don't just tell you about my shit. I want to hear about your shit. Hit the comments. Let me know what you got working on. If you've got a question, you need advice, you want to brainstorm, you just need some motivation, whatever you need, I'm here for you. I answer every comment. I read every comment and answer it. And I'm happy to give you any help I can. Hit the comments. Let me know. What are you working on? That's going to be it for this week. I apologize for the episode being late, but that is part of the process. Please like, share, subscribe. Hit the comments, hit the notification button so you know when new episodes of What Are You Working On drop. Hit social media, tell everybody about what we're doing here. We're having a good time. We're getting shit done. You know, it's worthwhile, I think. Anyway, and I don't just say that because I'm the one doing the videos. So yeah, I will see you next week. And I'm shooting for Wednesday on time, but we'll see what happens. Good luck. I hope you get a good, productive week. I hope the next week is equally good and productive. And again, let me know what you're working on.